Hello dear students, I Ganesh Kumar Padi, lecturer in math, welcome all of you to this session of relation and function. Already in our previous classes, we completed all the theories related to this topic, relation and function. Okay, today we have to discuss about some of its exercise problems, that is from our exercise 1A, and it is from the book Elements of Mathematics prescribed by Government of Odisha. Okay, so my dear students, please go through the theories related to the topic relation. Particularly on today we have to discuss on the exercise 1A. Okay, and it is from your book of Elements of Mathematics. Okay, so let us begin with the exercise problem. So if we go today, we will go one by one and we see that how we are going to or able to solve the problems of your exercise. Okay, so with this let us start from our question number 1, and it is from exercise 1A. Okay, with your request we are we are giving this clip for your information and to give by support to solve the exercise problems. Okay, so with this we are going to start from our exercise questions, and it is question number 1. So let us begin it. What is question number 1? Please go through your books. Question number 1 says, suppose now I am going to solve the question number 1. It says if A equal to ABCD, so one set is given as containing the elements A, B, C, D, and then what it says, mention the type of relations on A, given below. Okay, so it is a set is given, the set is containing the elements A, B, C, D, and we have to track out that what are the relations on A, and it is given, those relations are given, and we have to mention it whether it is under what type of category. Okay, which of them are, and also identify which of them are equivalence relations. Okay, so this is about the question 1. And what are the relations given? You see in your first bit, it is a relation containing the elements AA and BB. The order pair AA and BB is given. Okay, and now I am writing for bit 2. What is the second bit given? It is given as AA, BB, CC and DD. Okay, so this is next AA, BB, CC and DD. Okay, so we have to answer it is under what type of relation. Okay, so my dear students, please now go through your book and you see this relation. Think about it. Is it reflexive? Yes, it is not reflexive. Okay, why not reflexive? Because all identical pairs are not present. Is it symmetric? Yes, it is symmetric, because if you go for a reverse way, if you go for the reverse relation, if you go reverse the order pair, you will get the same pair. Okay, so it is symmetric in nature. Is it transitive? Yes, it is also transitive. Okay, as I explained in our theory classes, so this is also transitive. So this bit 1 is a what type of relation? It is, I can say, it is not reflexive, and it is symmetric, and it is transitive also. So now you can see this relation is what? This relation is a relation which is not reflexive but symmetric and transitive in nature. Is it equivalence? Yes, it is not equivalence. Very good, my dear students. If it is equivalence, then it should be reflexive, it should be symmetric, it should be transitive. But here it is not reflexive, it is symmetric only and it is transitive only. Now, okay, clear about it? Now we will move to our second question. The second question says it is on a relation that is from the same set A equal to ABCD, and the relation is defined containing the ordered pairs AA, BP, CC and DD. Now we have to specify that it is a what type of relation. Please go through carefully and tell me it is under what type of relation? Yes, it is a what type of relation? It is reflexive in nature. Very good. Then is it symmetric? Yes, it is also symmetric. Imagine, okay? It is also symmetric. Is it transitive? Yes, it is transitive. And it is called as what type of relation? It is a identity relation on A, and that's why it is also, as it is reflexive, as it is symmetric, as it is transitive, so it is also under what type of category? We can say it is an equivalence relation. So our bit number 2, the relation specified in the bit 2 is a what type of relation? It is a equivalence relation. Okay. Now will we proceed for another? Let us proceed for another. Okay. Suppose it is from our bit 4. Okay. I am leaving some problems for you also. Okay. Go through them. Otherwise, in our doubt classes, doubt clearing classes, you can ask them again and again. Okay. So these are for supporting to solve the problems, how to solve the problems, how to analyze the problems. Okay. So these videos are helpful for you. So go through it. Okay, my dear students. So next we will go for the bit 4, and it says the relation is containing the ordered pair BC, and next it is given as BD and CD. Okay. So now we have to specify it is a what type of relation. Now go through it, you see and tell me. It is from on A. Okay, all the are from the set A, from the product set of A. Now it is reflexive. No, it is clearly mentioned it is not reflexive. Okay, you can identify it is not reflexive. Is it symmetric? You see the reverse pairs are not present, so it is not symmetric. Not reflexive, not symmetric. Is it transitive? You can answer it, you can imagine it, you can see. I am going to tell you, suppose B is related to C, you see, and C is related to D. Now what we should get? We should get a relation between B and D, that is the ordered pair BD is also there. Yes or no? So, can we say it is transitive? Yes, we can say it is transitive. Okay, so this relation is not reflexive, not symmetric, but transitive in nature. In this way, my dear students, you can proceed to solve the questions of question number 1, where you can able to specify that these relations mentioned are under what type of category, whether they are reflexive or not, whether they are symmetric or not, whether they are transitive or not. You can go through them and you can able to specify it is a what type of relation. Okay, my dear students, next we will move to the second question. I hope you can understand about the question number 1. Okay, so I am cleaning the board and we will go for the question number 2. Okay, so you see it is question number 1. Okay, this is question number 2, and the question number 2 is given from your exercise. Okay, write the following relations. write the following relations on tabular form, means on list method, okay, on tabular form, and determine their type. That means here some relations are there which is written in rule method, okay, I am going to write them, and by checking it out you have to specify which of them are, and you have to convert them in tabular form, and after converting them in tabular form you have to specify that about their determine their type, means it is under what type of category. Is it reflexive or not? Is it symmetric or not? Is it transitive or not? Later you have to determine their type, okay. So I am going for the bit 1. You see, on bit 1 the relation R is given as ordered pair xy. So it is a relation between the elements x and y, and how they are related, it is given, the relation is given between x and y, so that 2x minus y is equal to 0 on A, and it is from x and y are belonging to where? X and y are belonging to set A, okay. And what is our set A? You see, set A is containing the elements from 1, 2, 3 up to 13, okay. So this is our set A. That means on A means the relation is from the product set A cross A, okay. That is the relation on A. So you can see, if I go for you can write it in also in pictorial mode also, you can for your better understanding. You see it has elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13, okay. Now it has to connect with the elements of, again with the elements, same element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. Now you have to connect the elements between x and y, where x and y both are belonging to, it is your A and it is your A also. Now you have to connect that. And how the connection is there? So that 2x minus y equal to 0. So we pick up ax from A and we pick up such a suitable y from A also, and the relation is 2x minus y is equal to 0. 2 times of x minus y, it is equal to 0. So what I should take? If I take x equal to 1, so what should be? It is 2 into 1 means 2. What should be the value of y? So it is equal to 0. 2 minus 2 equal to 0. So 1 is going to be related with 2. Yes or no? So one ordered pair, if I go for in a tabular form, the first pair is 1, 2. One of them is 1, 2, the ordered pair. Next, if I go for 2, you see, if I go for 2, if x is 2, 2 times of 2 is 4, 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. So 2 is connected with 4. Okay, so next is the ordered pair 2, 4. Because 2 into 2, 4, 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, next if I go for 3, what I get? It is 3, 6. Yes or no? 3 is going to be connected with 6. Next, for 4, what I get? 4, 8. Then for 5, what I get? 5, 10. As 5 is going to be connected with 10. Next for 6. For 6 I am getting 12. So I get the ordered pair 6, 12. Okay. And for 7 we are finding the value of y is 14, which is not present on A. So that's it, and we can write up to 6, 12. Okay. No further connection can be done. No suitable ordered pair can be found. So you see, now we are able to write the relation which is in the what type of form? It is written in tabular form. And now you have to specify it is what type of relation. It is it reflexive? Clearly it is not reflexive. Is it symmetric? Clearly it is not symmetric. Is it transitive? It is not transitive. You can see. 2 4 is there, 4 8 is there. So we should get the pair 2 8, but we are not getting such type of pair. So it is not transitive. So I can say therefore R is not reflexive, not symmetric, not transitive. So it is does not belong into any category. Okay. So this is a solution of your problem. It is bit 1, and you can see here we are writing it as 2x minus y equal to 0, and we are getting this. So this is the pictorial way to show the diagrammatical way to show a relation also. If the sets are containing a few number of elements, a small number of elements, you can able to show them on pictorial mode also, and it is easy in your part. Okay, for your understanding, for your learning level, it is very easy to specify them on a pictorial mode. Okay, so this is the way to solve our question number 1. Next, suppose we will go for another question. Suppose we will go for a next, we are going to solve another. So you are clear now. What I hope you can clear about how to find the relations on tabular form from the rule method or from your set builder form. Okay. Next, I am going to write another option. So this is the question that write the following relations on tabular form and determine their type. Okay. So suppose I am going to write another option. It is suppose from your bit 2, and the question says the relation R is containing the ordered pair xy such that. So there is a relation between x and y, and what is the relation? That x is divides y. X divides y. So x is a divisor of y. X divides y means what? Y is divisible by x. We can say x is a divisor of y, or you can understand it that y is divisible by x. Okay. On the set on A equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6. So now we have to see that if the relation is defined on A, means it is from the product set across A, and as it has few number of elements, again I am going through the pictorial mode. Okay, it is the set A containing 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now it has to connect with A. It contains the elements 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay. Now it is containing the ordered pair xy such that x is divides y. Okay, x is a divisor of y. So if I take 1, now we will go to solve it. Now we take a element x which is equal to 1 on A. Okay. Now we check 1 is divisor of what? 1 is divisor of itself, 1 is the divisor of 2, or 2 is divisible by 1, or 1 is a divisor of 3, 1 divides 4, 1 divides 5, and 1 divides 6. So I can write the ordered pairs as 1 1, 1 2, then 1 3, and 1 4, next 1 5, then 1 6, and for 2 what I write is 2 is a divisor of 1. Not obviously it is not a divisor of 1. So 2 is a divisor of itself. So 2 is there. Is 2 3? No, the order pair 2 3 does not. Yes, 2 is a divisor of 4. Then 2 5? No. Then 2 6? Yes. Then for 3 we can say it is 3 3, and the 3 is a divisor of 6 also. So 3 6 is also belonging to that. Now for 4, 4 divides 4. 4 is not dividing 1, it is not dividing 2. When a number is divisible, even the quotient value is a integer, okay, that is called as divisible. So next is 4 is divisible, divides 5 or 6? No. Then for 5 it is ordered pair 5 5. And next for 6 it is the ordered pair 6 6. Okay. So you can see now we are able to get the total relation which is written in the rule method, now we are able to write it in the tabular form. Yes or no? As per the condition that x divides y. So basing on the condition from A, on A we are able to get the relation. Okay. So my dear students, after getting the relation, what we have to check out? We have to check out that this relation is under what type of category. It is reflexive or not, it is symmetric or not, it is transitive or not. Okay, that we have to check out. So first of all we will go for reflexive. In reflexive you see here here set A contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see the ordered pairs 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6 are present. So here R is, I can say here R is reflexive. Clearly everybody can imagine that it is reflexive in nature. Now it is symmetric or not. You took a pair 3, 6, 3 divides 6, but 6 does not divide 3. So we can say it is not symmetric. So it is reflexive, not symmetric. Okay. Now transitive or not, that we have to identify. Okay. So you see, suppose we are taking 1, 3 and 3, 6. 1 divides 3, 3 divides 6. So is we getting 1 divides 6? Yes, we are getting 1 divides 6. So similarly you can take 1, 2 and 2, 6. You should get 1, 6. So you are getting 1, 6. You take, so it is transitive in nature, yes or no? So it is also transitive. So my dear students, this is a question about the way to find a relation on the tabular form. Okay, you can go through like this and you are able to get the relation. Okay, next, for your clarity I am giving another example. Okay, so the example is, suppose from your it is another bit, so I am cleaning this one. Okay. Suppose this is the fourth bit of the question number 2. So here the relation R is containing the ordered pairs x and y. So R containing the ordered pair x, y, where x and y are related with each other, that is mentioned. Okay, that is mentioned as y is less than or equal to x less than or equal to 4. Okay. On A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you see, in this way the relation is defined that the relation is containing those pairs, those ordered pairs containing x and y, where x is greater than equal to y. So the value of x is a larger value as compared to y, or it may be equal to y, and both x and y are less than or equal to 4. That means x can be extended up to 4. Okay. So if I take, again I can show it in a pictorial mode. So this is A, this is also A. We have to connect because we have to define it from A cross A. If the sets are smaller, you can proceed like this also. Okay. Now if I take 1, it is your x, it is greater than or equal to, all the values are greater than from it, only it is equal to 1. So for 1 I am getting 1, 1. I am not able to write 1, 2. Why? Because 2 is larger than 1, but it should be given that x is a larger value, x should be larger and y should be smaller, y is less than. Okay. So next, so 1, 2 is not there, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, don't think about it. Next, 2, 1, yes, it is x greater than y. So can I write 2, 2? Yes, it is greater than or equal to. So it is equal to is permissible. So I can write. Am I right? 2 3 able to write? No, we are not able to write 2 3. 2 4 and 2 5 we don't. It is not allowed here as per the condition. Next for 3, it is 3 1, 3 2, and 3 3. Okay. 3 4 3 5 are not able to write. Then for 4, it is 4 1, 4 2, 4 3, and 4 4. And for 5, I can able to write 5. Sorry, I don't need to write 5. Why? Because both x and y are less than or equal to 4. Okay. So it is up to 4. No 5 is permissible. The values greater than 4, that is 5, is not allowed. X can't be equal to 5. Y can't be equal to 5. Okay. In this way. So in this way we can able to write the relation. Clear? Now we have to specify this relation is under what type of category. Is it reflexive? It is not reflexive because all identical pairs, you see 1 1 is there, 2 2 is there, 3 3 is there, 4 4 is there. But for all elements belonging to set A, the 5 5 pair is missing. So it is not reflexive. Therefore, here relation R is not reflexive. Now it is symmetric. You see 4 2 is there, but 2 4 is not there. So it is not symmetric. Okay. Next we will go for the transitive. Okay. You see for transitive what we do? We took such type of suitable pairs and we determine whether the transition is there or not. Okay. So you see, you can see it is suppose you took 2 1 and you will get 1 1. So what do you get? 2 1, or you get 4 1, or you are getting 1 1. So you get 4 1. There is it is present. Suppose it is 4 3 and 3 2. So 4 2 is there. Okay. So in this way you can say it is a what type of relation? It is transitive in nature. So this relation is transitive in nature, but transitive. Okay. So you can see it is transitive in nature. Okay. So here the relation is transitive as we can observe that all the pairs are present. Okay. So it is transitive in nature. So this relation is under, it is not reflexive, not symmetric, but it is transitive. Okay, my dear students. So this is about the questions of question number 2 for your clarity. Okay. Next we will proceed to our next question. And you are, what I hope you can able to solve the other some of other problems like this from your book or from your reference book or the material given time to time. Okay. So next we will go for the question number 3 and we will identify what is question number 3. First of all, I am clearing the board now. So you see the question number 3 says, so test whether the following relations specified are reflexive, symmetric, and transitive or not on the given sets. Okay, so these are the questions, and suppose I am going to solve you the first one. the relation R is mentioned as the order pair Mn is there such that M minus N is greater than or equal to 7 on Z. Okay, so this is the this relation is given and it is on Z, means on set of integers, so it is a larger set. Okay, now we have to specify or we have to test whether these relations are reflexive, symmetric and transitive or not. Okay, so my dear students, this type of questions are very important as per your exam point of view. Many times we are appearing this type of questions as a 4-mark question. Okay, so please look it carefully and try to solve them, make a practice over it. Okay, for your clarity. So you see, I am going to solve that how we will approach. So we have to identify or we have to test that it is a relation of what type of category, what are the properties present in this relation. So we will go for, so this is now I am going to write the solution. Here the solution, here again you have to write, here given relation is R is the set of ordered pair Mn such that M minus N is greater than or equal to 7 on Z. We have to test the properties of reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Where? On R. Okay. So first of all we will go for the reflexive. For reflexive, what we do? We take a integer and let us take an arbitrary. Let M belongs to Z. Okay. So I am taking a element M is belonging to Z. So any integer you think you can take. So suppose I am as it is given specified on a larger set on Z is there. So I am taking a arbitrary value. Okay. For the showing it arbitrarily. So that means if M is belonging to Z, now M minus M, the integer subtracted from itself, what is the value? Is 0. And 0 is not greater than or equal to 7. 0 is a quantity, it is never greater than 7. We know it. So that means here M is not related to itself. And what is M? M is any integer, does not belongs to R for all M belonging to integer, set of integers. Okay. So hence we can say therefore R is not reflexive. So this relation is not a reflexive relation. Okay. In this way we have to proceed, and here we proceed and we see, we take a arbitrary element from the set given and we put the relation on it, okay, means on the integer itself or according to that condition. Here given M minus N, we do M minus N, means it is applied on itself. That is the meaning of reflexive. So you see that this type of pairs, it is not forming a relation with itself. So the ordered pair MM does not belonging to R. So this relation is not reflexive. Okay. Next we will go for the symmetric nature. Okay. So you see, next we will verify the symmetric. So reflexive is over now. Next for symmetric I am going to clean this one and I am going to test for the symmetric. So you see, for symmetric, take any two elements. Okay, consider M and N is belonging to Z. Any two numbers, any two integers belonging to Z. So, and also consider this ordered pair Mn is belonging to R. As the ordered pair Mn is belonging to R, what it means? M minus n is, that means the difference M minus n is greater than or equal to 7. If the pair is present, means it is satisfying the relation. Okay, so M minus n is greater than 7. Now, can we write n minus m is greater than 7? Not obviously, because if I take a minus, it's common. I can say n minus n is not greater than or equal to 7. It is less than 7. Okay. So, as you can verify it, 14 minus 2 equal to 12, greater than 7. But 2 minus 14, it is minus 12. It is never greater than or equal to 7. Okay. It will make a clarity. So n minus m is not greater than or equal to 7. That implies this ordered pair nm, its reverse pair, does not belonging to R. So you see Mn is belonging to R, but Nm is not belonging to R. Okay? So we can say, therefore, R is not symmetric. It is not symmetric in nature. Okay? So in this way, we are able to show it is not symmetric. Now, we are going to test the transitive nature. Okay? So you see, I am going to show the transitive nature. For transitive. What we do, we took elements, consider M, N and P is belonging to Z. 3 integers I will take M, N, P, any 3. Okay, arbitrary values are there. Also consider Mn, the ordered pair Mn is belonging to R, and Np is also belonging to R. Okay? So, next we are taking that as Mn belonging to R, what it means? That implies M minus n is greater than or equal to 7. Okay? As also Np is belonging to R means the ordered pair Np is belonging to R, it means N minus P is greater than or equal to 7. Okay? Let it is 1, let it is 2. Okay? Now, if adding 1 and 2, what you get? Add 1 and 2. And if you add 1 and 2, you see minus n is cancelled with plus n. It is cancelled and you get m minus p is greater than or 14, which is obviously greater than 7. Okay? So we can say therefore, that implies from here what we get, that implies as m minus p is greater than or equal to 7, so mp is belonging to R. Clear? Yes or no? So you can see this relation R is, it is not reflexive, it is not symmetric, but it is transitive. Therefore R is transitive. Clear? So in this way we are able to specify a relation, or we are able to find out, we are able to test a relation is specific or not, is specifically reflexive or not, symmetric or not, and transitive or not. All the properties are going to be checked through it. Okay? So this is about our option 1 or the question number 1. Later we will go for another for your clarity. Okay? So I am cleaning this one. I am taking another example now. Suppose we take another example as So you see it is containing the ordered pair Mn such that M by N is a power of 5 on Z difference 0 from the set Z difference 0. So we have to check out whether this type of relations are reflexive, symmetric and transitive property. Okay. So that we have to check out. So here given are. So I am going to check out for what? For reflexive. As we solved in the previous problem, what we have to do? Let us take a arbitrary element from the set Z difference 0. Z difference 0 means what? It is the set of all integers except the element 0, except the integer 0. That is the meaning of Z difference 0. So we take a, that means all non-zero integers are there on the set. So let us consider a element, let M is any element belonging to a non-zero integer, Z difference 0. Okay. So if M is belonging to there, that implies M by M is what? It is equal to 1. And can I say it is equal to 5 to the power 0? Yes or no? So you see here we are able to express the ratio M by M as 5 to the power of 5. So we can able to show it for all and every non-zero integer. So as it is written in this form, that's why I can say that the ordered pair MM is belonging to R. Why? Because it is given that if a pair is there, then it should be, it contains what type of pairs? It contains those pairs, those are able to retain in power of 5. So here MM is able to retain as power of 5. Why? Because M by M is equal to 1. You can take 10 by 10 equal to 1, which can be written as 5 to the power 0. You can write 2 by 2 equal to 1, it can be written as 5 to the power 0. So here MM is belonging to R, as it is a power of 5. Therefore, what is the conclusion? Therefore, R is, it is reflexive. It is reflexive in nature. The reflexive property is satisfied. Next, we will go for the symmetric one. For symmetric, what we do? Similarly, now I am going to show the symmetric part. This is going to be cleaned. You see, for symmetry. For symmetricness, to check out it is symmetric or not, what we do? Consider M and N are two non-zero integers. Okay. Also consider the ordered pair Mn is belonging to R. What it means? It means M by N is a power of 5. As Mn belongs to R and M by N equal to some power of 5, suppose 5 to the power, say. Okay, it is expressible as power of 5. So if M by N is power of 5, what about N by M? Its reverse, N by M is can be written as 5 to the power minus. Okay. So we can say that implies the ordered pair Nm is also belonging to R. Yes or no? So my dear students, now what is the conclusion? It is symmetric or not? Yes, it is symmetric. So from here we are clear, therefore R is symmetric. Clear? Next we are going to check out whether it is transitive or not. Okay? For transitive. What for transitive, what we do? Consider M and P is belonging to Z difference 0. As also consider Mn is belonging to R and NP is also belonging to R. Okay? What it mean by Mn belonging to R? As Mn is belonging to R, it implies M by N is a power of 5. Let M by N equal to, let us consider, okay. And as Np is belonging to R, means N by Np should be some power of 5. Suppose 5 to the power N. Let us consider. Take it or consider it. Now let it is 1 and let it is 2. Now we have to show a connection between M and P, is we are able to show it as power of 5 or not. So for it what we do, therefore multiplying 1 and 2, M by N multiplied by N by P. So it is a multiplication. So it is written as 5 to the power K plus L, and then cancelled. So I can say M by P equal to 5 to the power K plus L. Or I can say that MP is belonging to what? Belonging to I. Okay? So here we are clear that this relation is what? This relation is, it is reflexive, it is also symmetric, and it is also transitive. Okay? Therefore R is transitive. Okay? So with this we are able to answer these questions, and we are able to solve it and to test whether they are reflexive, symmetric and transitive or not. Okay? Clear? Next we will proceed to our next question. What is given? The question number 4. I am cleaning the board now, as we have to proceed for question number 4. Question number 4 is given, list the number of equivalence relations. List the number of equivalence relations defined by the following partitions on X equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Also find the equivalence classes of 1, 2, 3 and 4. That is the question. Okay? And some bits are there. The first partition is given as 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is given. So basing on those partitions, you know the partitions are arising a equivalence relation. In how? Just make a product of it. Okay, the partitions are can be formed a equivalence relation. Therefore the equivalence relation is, what you do? Make a cross product of 1 with itself. So what you get? 1, 1. Make a cross product of 2. So you will get 2, 2. And for 3, 4, what you get? 3, 3. 3, 4. 4, 3. 4, 4. Okay. So this is the equivalence relation from the partition. Okay. Clear? And you can able to write the equivalence class also. Equivalence class means with elements with which it is connected. Therefore, here equivalence class, as it is suggested, equivalence class of 1. It is written like this. Okay. Equivalence class of 1 can be written as, you see with which 1 is connected. 1 is connected to itself. So it is the set 1. Equivalence class of 2, it is written in this notation. And what is equivalence class of 2? With which elements it is connected? So 2 is connected to 2. Equivalence class of 3 is what? It is written in this notation. And what it means? With which it is connected? It is connected with 3 and 4. And equivalence class of 4 is what? It is connected with which element? It is connected with 3 and 4. So in this way we are able to get the equivalence class of each and every element. We are able to get the equivalence relation. Okay. So you can see it. Next we will go for another option. That is our next bit, and we will again show how we are able to show the equivalence class. So I am cleaning it. From the partition is giving itself an equivalence class. Okay, so just make a cross product and of the partitions with itself, and you will get the equivalence relation. The next one is given as this partition is given 1, 2, 3 and 4. So how to get this? Therefore, equivalence relation is, how to get it? Just make a cross product. So it is 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. Then it is 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3. And for 4 it is 4, 4. Okay. Now we have to write the equivalence class. Okay. Therefore, equivalence class of 1 is denoted like this, and with which it is connected. You can see 1 is connected to itself, 1 is connected to 2, 1 is connected with 3. So it is 1, 2, 3, the set of elements is 1, 2, 3. And equivalence class of 2 is what? With which it is connected. You can see 2 is connected to 1, 2 is connected to 2, 2 is connected with 3. So it is again 1, 2, 3. Equivalence class of 3 is what? You can see they are belonging to the same equivalence class. It is also 1, 2, 3. And equivalence class of 4 is, it is the set containing the element 4 only. So you can observe equivalence class, if they are belonging to the same equivalence class, 1 is 1, 2 and 3, they are belonging to the same equivalence class. Okay. So this is a problem about to find the equivalence relations from a partition and to determine the equivalence classes. Okay. Next we will proceed to a next problem. I am cleaning the board now. You see, we will go for the next problem. The question is given as, the next problem is given as, so that if R is an equivalence relation on X, then domain of R equal to range of R equal to the set X. That is the question is given. Okay, that we have to show. Then how we are able to show that this relation, which is an equivalence relation, here the domain is equal to range equal to the set itself. How to show it? Okay, so let us move and let us try to show it. So I am writing the solution. So what is given? Given R is an equivalence relation. R is an equivalence relation on where? It is on X. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of equivalence? Since R is equivalence, that implies R is obviously reflexive, symmetric also, and transitive also, and transitive. Yes or no? Okay. So it is also transitive. Now we will go for the as R is reflexive. As R is reflexive, what it mean now? Therefore, hence, consider A is belonging to X. A is an element belonging to X. That implies the ordered pair A is belonging to R for all A belongs to X. Okay. Therefore, from here we can say, therefore domain of R equal to what? It is the set of elements A such that A is belonging to X. Okay. So what is that set? As it is for all A belongs to X, for all you can write also for all A belongs to X. So it is equal to what? It is equal to set X, because each and every element of set X is connected at there. Okay. So that's why it is the domain is equal to set X. And what is the meaning of range R? It is the set A such that for all A, it is also set. It is those elements those are belonging to set X also. So it is equal to set X also. So we can conclude, therefore domain of R equal to range of R equal to set X itself. Okay. So from here we can say that this is if R is an equivalence relation, then its domain is equal to range equal to the set X. Means all elements are present in the domain, all elements are taken in participation, all elements are related with each other, all elements of set X are involved in it. Okay. So with this question, we conclude the question number 5. Okay. So my dear students, we are able to today we are able to solve the questions, various questions from our exercise. Okay. What I hope you are able to understand or able to learn the concepts and the way of approaching to solve the questions. Okay. With this we rest here and we will solve some other problems in our next class. Till then, goodbye. Okay. So thank you to all.